If you could please tell me your name.
Get here, camera. My name is Muge Celik.
And could you spell that for me, please?
Muge, first name, Celik, seven name. Last name.
Your last name. And Muge, could you tell me where you're from, please?
I'm from Turkey originally.
You're originally from Turkey?
Yes.
So how did you arrive in the United States?
I was a student.
You're a student
So I started at UK, and then I graduated from National College, another college.
Okay, and how did you select the University of Kentucky?
I had some friends over here, so I had some background experience from my friends.
So you have friends who lived in Lexington?
Yes.
And were they originally from Turkey, or they
Yes.
are? Okay, so how did they decide to come to Kentucky?
I don't know.
All right. All right, so you said you came here to pursue an education, and
Correct.
what degree are you pursuing?
I graduated 5 years ago.
Okay, so you graduated.
Graduated 5 years ago, and it says Business Administration Management. And now I'm working for UK, University of Kentucky.
All right, and what do you do for UK?
I do instructional web designs,
Okay, and which department are you in?
agriculture communication services.
All right, and you said that you came here from Turkey, and how long have you been in the States?
I've been here 8 years.
So could you please share with us some of your experiences here in the United States, and maybe note some of the difference between growing up in Turkey and living here in the United States?
Yes, it is really different. I mean, cultural difference. That what we're used to live. You don't think it will that different, but it is. Little things even make you feel stranger sometimes.
Can you explain what some of those little things are?
Especially not having capable language, maybe I can say. Still, you can talk language as a language, or you can read or write, but understanding, comprehensive, or understanding culture, or under it, understanding jokes, make fun of them, sarcasm, these things make you feel strangers, but it comes that thing, because human conversations, human communications include this stuff. So you don't have family support, you don't have relatives here. That's another thing, was my hardship. Other than that, how we raise, sure, it affects. It's different. But I've been here 8 years, which is a pretty long time that I can call I'm in my hometown. So this is my hometown now.
So you mentioned that language could be a barrier. So did you learn how to speak English once you arrived in the States?
I thought I know English. Because I had a bachelor degree in Istanbul, electronic engineering, and we had our technique all was English. So I had confidence that I know English when I come to USA, but it didn't go more than what's their name. My name is Muge. So conversational English completely different than technical English, or what you learn in the college. So that's what you. And then when I started having life here, when I started to fit in the community and the life in Lexington or Kentucky, I learn more now. I feel like I know better.
Yeah, and one of the differences that you said are difficulties in being able to make that transition from living in Turkey to moving to the United States is not having any family here.
Correct.
You had mentioned earlier about having children. So how many children do you have?
I do have 2 kids.
You have 2 children.
My
okay.
son is 13 right now. He born in Turkey. He born in Istanbul. He was around like 6 years old when we came here first time. So he adapted really good. His English very fluent. He doesn't have even accent. My daughter, she's 5. She born here, so she's already American citizen. Her first language, main language is English. So at home we mostly talk English. It's kind of our own language, mixed English and Turkish, but mostly majority we talk English.
Well, that's good. So, any differences like in food, religion, or anything like that? Any difficulties in making that transition? And how do you feel like Kentuckians have adapted to you and your family?
The religion or food was different, but it wasn't hard for me to adapt because Istanbul, especially Istanbul, is a really diverse city. So I have used to have different cultures or foods or religions. I raised with that, so it wasn't really hard for me. But the hard was as I told you, understanding culture, understand what I was laughing, you were not laughing, or what you were laughing, I was that's not funny. And you feel offended easily if you don't understand, and you feel stupid, and you treat it like one because when people say something or joke, if you don't understand, they say, "Oh, come on, you're dumb." You try to prove them that no, you're not dumb, you're just different.
Exactly. And I hear you keep saying the word different. And one of the things that we're trying to do with this project, I Am Diversity, is to teach people how to be more accepting of our differences. And just because, someone's different from you doesn't mean that they don't have anything to contribute. So what do you think that you can contribute by being different?
Define contribute.
Something that you can give, contribute, something that you can give to our society, give to the community. Yeah, what do you think you can do?
Let's start back again. After that, got this one.
Okay.
Being different is not a bad thing. First, everybody is different. That's the thing. You are not me, I'm not you. But I teach my kids always same thing. Don't compare yourself with other kids. You compare yourself with your yesterday. If you are better today than yesterday, you are getting better. So don't compare yourself with others because everybody is different. Everybody's background different. Everybody's thinking different. Everybody's life different. Hair color different, eye color is different, height, weight different. Everything is different. You can't put yourself in the position that this person is different than we are.
I think that's a very good life lesson to instill upon your children. I love what you said about, you compare yourself to what you did yesterday to try to make yourself better the next day. So just to follow up with that train of thought, what are some other life lessons that you would like to impart to your children? And you said your son is 16 now?
13.
Oh, he's 13.
Yes.
So what are you trying to do to teach your children part of their history from Turkey, and then also to try to teach them, the culture of America? How are you able to maintain that balance?
Now I'm teaching my kids. That's the biggest lesson from my life that I learned. You cannot change anybody. That's period. You cannot change anybody. You have to accept them who they are. You like or not. Sometimes you don't like, sometimes you like. But still you have to respect what is their difference, and you don't try to change. And you don't be upset because they are different. Just enjoy their difference. So that's what I'm trying to teach my kids, because in my past experience I tried to change people, and I was upset why they are not thinking like I think, why they don't see how I see. But after, I guess I'm 41 now, after a while you learn that it doesn't work like that.
True.
Just enjoy what they can give to you, that's it.
So you said that now Kentucky is your home, so are you applying for citizenship?
Yes, I just applied recently. Hopefully in November, maybe December. I'm not sure this USCIS how long works process, but soon I'm hoping I will get my citizenship. And I'm so proud of that.
Yes, excellent. That is wonderful. So what is it that you would like to be able to share with anyone else who's moving from a different country to the United States?
Depend what is their plan. Because when I came here first time, my plan was stay here just until my education finished. I wasn't I wasn't planning to stay here my rest of my life, and or having another child. I had just my son. So I was planning to finish my education and go back to Turkey, having my, education. But it didn't work that way, and I'm glad it didn't work that way. It wasn't planned, but I like what God gave me, so I'm happy about it. But so I can tell the people who are planning to come over here to get education that they should fit in more community. Like from other country people I see, they usually have friends from their country, or they try to stay in community with their country. Sure, it's more safe, more feel comfortable, you feel like more home, but it doesn't teach them diversity. It doesn't teach them the American culture. I always tell my friends from Turkish, the students, I say, go fit in the people, American people, go shop, talk people. Don't just stay with your country people, learn the culture. When you go back to your country, you can tell, I live there, I've learned that, I've seen that. But if you live here with your little own community, you don't see anything, you don't learn anything. If they plan to stay here forever, rest of their life, they're supposed to fit. They're supposed to learn the language, this English here, and they're supposed to work, and they're supposed to be good citizen, so they can be legal. That's the first thing, and they're supposed to be good person to be here with a good reason. That's all I can say, I think.
Now let me ask you a question. We're moving into our political season. We're ready to elect a president.
Yeah.
Have you been keeping in tune with what's going on in the political realm?
Yeah, sure. It's impossible not to follow because everywhere. Yes, but I'm not eligible to vote right now because I cannot vote. Other than that, it's so sad. I'm thinking from outside the box. This is a huge country. That's United States. Let's just have two major candidates. It's kind of sad for me. I was thinking why we don't have more candidates here. Why we don't have more, strong people so we can decide better, right? So kind of you have to choose one of two.
Exactly.
So, yeah, right. This is a huge country. It's supposed to offer more than that. But other than that, I cannot vote. So right now.
Yes, I actually work at the election polls, and so I just did training a couple of days ago, getting prepared for the election on November the 6th. And so we have the Republican candidate, and then we also have the Democratic candidate. But also there are going to be some write-in candidates and people representing other different parties and things like that. So it's going to be a real interesting race.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So your daughter is an American citizen. So.
Correct.
And you said, how old is she?
She's 5.
She's 5, so in the next few years or so, she'll be able to vote, and so you'll be able to, teach. Well, your son's even closer to being able to vote in the next 5 years or so. So, it'll be interesting to be able to teach your children about the election process and things like that.
They already know from school.
Oh, that's wonderful.
So
yeah, they have like the mock elections.
Correct.
At schools.
Correct.
Yeah.
One of his projects was to watch the third debate and give the review. So he already watching the debates and having his own, decisions himself.
I watched the debate as well, and then because I work with young people, I work with college students, so I use social media. So did your son, while he was watching the debate, did he read like any other timelines on Twitter or go to Facebook or anything like that?
No, he just was sitting in front of the TV and watching the debate, paying attention, what are they talking.
Okay.
So.
Was there anything else that you would like to add?
Well, no, I think I'm diversity. Exactly, 100%. Being single mom in different country, try to fit in the community and do my best and teach my kids the best. That's what I'm doing, and I love to be in Kentucky, and I love Kentucky.
That's wonderful. I actually have a colleague who moved here from Michigan, and I've had other friends who moved here from other states, and they talked about how difficult it is to be able to fit into that community and find the niche. And you had spoken about that a little bit earlier. Can you expound upon that? Have you, some of the difficulties that you face? I know you mentioned language, but some of the other things that's made it more difficult for you to be able to fit And it seems like things have worked out for you since you said that you love Kentucky and you plan on staying here.
I feel like I fit in the community really good. I'm trying at least. I'm not isolate myself. But mostly foreigners, special students, they think they are temporary here, so they don't want to fit in the community. It's not their concern to fit in the community. So they try to stay in their own country community, on their own language, they eat on their food, they talk with on their friends. And I don't think so they learn really good culture here since they do that. Because when they go back to their country, they don't have anything to say what they learn. I feel like it. I don't know. It's my personal opinion. Sure, everybody's different, but I think they should more fit in community. They should go attend more events, more talk with more American people, not just their country people.
Okay, and then I don't have any other questions for you, but thank you so much. I
You're
appreciate
welcome.
it.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.